all on the wrist. Watch out flip, watch out whip. I'm in the whip, all on the wrist. I never switch.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial.
Okay, Coach, the playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Get 300. Get 300.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Now Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah.
Right now, you got 58.
Ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Sponge, sponge.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Well, there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check, check. 59. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Check.
26.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3. He's over.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
First down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Watch the twitch.
Now Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? Back to the back. Watch the
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And this one's incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Mike, 58, right there. You're not ready. You're not ready. Flip it. Check. Move on, focus. Follow. Shit. Zoom.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy
trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Ready? Flag. 3, 3,
58 for Mike. 58. 58 for Mike. Wait. Keep it up, guys. Hey, look 3.
Third and long for Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Jim.
Hey, Mike.
Jones. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A gain of 20 more yards. That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Wild. Check 4. Check over here.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Packers 7, Bears nothing.
Mike. 18. Let's go one more. Double time. 3 down.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Check pass. Watch the edge. Check 3.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers, eluding the pressure right. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Bravo.
Check 43. Hatchet.
Yeah, Liz.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Rodgers now to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good for a Packers first down.
18.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, black.
Crunch. Check 13.
On first down, Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
That's another Packers first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Whip.
Right.
They'll run it with Jones. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
No. 58.
It's 59. Mike the 59. Watch the slant. Check 99.
Inside.
Here's Jones. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. And this is
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Zadarius Smith able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Check 31. Switch. Wait.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 58 for Mike. 58.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. So that'll get him to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
Ready. Blue ready. 58. Come on. Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
First down, a run with Cohen. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Green, 17.
58. Right over there. Right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58. Right there.
Come on. Sunday.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist.
From the 31, Winston. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Flip, flip, flip.
58 to Mike. Here we go, D. 58 to Mike.
Easy, easy, easy. Green, 17.
From the gun, Winston. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Bears.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Easy, 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 easy.
Check that. Check that. 58 to Mike.
Jameis to throw it. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Second and 7 at the 48-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, it's Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Check. Let's go.
Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 88.
On first down, Jones. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
59. All inside. All day, every day. Any day.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jay Sternberger, 28 yards. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Wait. Short. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Switch up.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
5 on 50.
Yes, Mike. I'm coming. Hey, switch gears.
Flip it.
58 to Mike.
Green, 17.
Put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Winston now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Green, 17.
Tighten up.
Hey, 5 on 50. 5 on 50. Easy. Hey,
Ringo.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run. This is Cohen. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That's the what? 58, right along. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, G. Here I come. Easy.
On 3rd down, Winston. That's complete to Robinson. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Winston now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Winston. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. Takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Bears have once again taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Here I come. Right now, you got 58. Check. Fresno.
To throw is Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, 1st down Packers.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Jones. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
2nd and 4 at the Bears' 33-yard line.
319! Mike 58 right there. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They run it again with Williams. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Senator, 158!
I'm coming after you.
Hey, 626!
I'm coming after you.
Pick the edge. Come.
Check 50. Check.
Pilot, 64, weak. Look at that.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
50. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check. Switch. Under 10. 10. Check Nick.
Right.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Wide left.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to regain the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Johnny.
They try again with Cohen. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. No. Hey. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Wait. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Easy. 58 for Mike. Okay, let's go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He finds Robinson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Hey, Alpha. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, watch the slant. Kill. 58, Mike.
A first throw for the backup Foles. The catch made by Miller. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Jameis now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 35. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Ready? White 25.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On first down. It's Cohen, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it third down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Come on. Sunday.
58. Come on.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Come on. Fear in that offense.
Easy, easy, easy.
Line motion.
Throwing, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a third down attempt.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a 2-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Rodgers now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
6:30.
57 to Mike. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
We are going inside. We got double up. Double up.
Joker, 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 Joker.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Get 300. Get 300.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up.
Kelly, don't let Kelly.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey.
Back to throw. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. And two big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
They'll look to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
At the Bears' 32-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. He'll look to throw. Funchess has it complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with two remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming.
A 30-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 41-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Tie game, probably time for one final play here. What do you do in this spot?
Now you're thinking about Hail Mary. You've got to find a way to heave it all the way towards the end zone and give yourself a chance. Your time management sheet tells you with this amount left on the clock, you don't get cute and try and get two plays, because if you try that, that's all you're going to get is one, and it won't be a one towards the end zone.
How will they handle it? Let's find out.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Bears first down.
ready? Pick it up, flip it. Easy. Here we go.
Winston. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Jameis to throw it. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we can go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the Magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there?
Yeah, it was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year. They'll run on second down with Cohen. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
A first down throw for Winston. It's complete to Robinson. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll run it with Cohen. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? And it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny. But they're in New Orleans. It's the Saints. And they get it done. And in overtime, go on to the Super Bowl. And they won that one. They beat the Colts, correct?
Yep. A couple of the more memorable ones for sure. Again, it's Cohen. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker. And now it's third down.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Wait. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
42. I'm here all day. Let's go.
Easy.
Nice 42. I'm coming.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that is incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
At the 34-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Let's go, Mike. Let's bring it. Slam. Kill.
What can Rodgers do now with his drive? And Lewis has it, the tight end. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Check 26.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
319. Right there. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Kill, kill, kill. Yeah, live.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 18-yard line.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
319. Yeah, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And it's caught! Touchdown in overtime! And they are Super Bowl bound! Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.